Are you just the queen, like just waving to the camera? The queen of losers, because I won again. Grossi Posse Packer Nation, welcome to an episode of Packcast, the podcast where we don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Grossi.
And I'm Jade Grossi.
And, well, last week, it came down to the final Monday night game between the Pittsburgh Steelers, who were winless, and the Cincinnati Bengals, who were also winless, and together they sucked. But it didn't matter because the Steelers came away with the win, stealing me the win for the week. Going 8-7, Jade going 7-8. I'm 42-20-1 on the season, while Jade is 38-24-1. So listen, it was a difference of 3, and now it's only a difference of 4.
Good math. I'm so proud of you.
And so today what we're going to do is we're going to take a gander at the Week 5 predictions. That's cinque for our Italian-speaking friends. And we're going to go through each of these games. And listen, before I even continue this is such a cluster F of a frackin' league. Because I had no idea that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would beat the Rams. Who would have thunk that? But this person right here, knowing zero about football, goes, yeah, the Buccaneers are going to beat the Rams. And I'm pretty sure I called you an idiot for it. Who's the idiot now? And so let's break this down, going through each game. If you're brand new to predictions, my condolences for clicking on the wrong video. But basically, I know a little bit about football. Jade
knows a little bit about football.
But less than a little bit, so like...
That's not true. I feel like I know more than what some people might know about football.
That's true. Newborn babies.
No, because I know a lot of the team names, and I know some player names, and I know calls in football, and like calls? What's happening. When something happens and there's
Red
a flag
48.
Down. No, not
Blue
that kind
36.
Of call. I meant like a penalty call.
Omaha.
No, it's not. I don't know any of that.
Red.
But still, some people don't
White.
know that.
Blue. America. So let's jump into the Thursday night game where we got the LA Rams. After being embarrassed in a shootout with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Now, we had our best Thursday night game this past Thursday, in which the Packers lost.
How was that the best game then?
I mean, because the other Thursday games just sucked. This was at least entertaining to watch.
Does everyone like the decorations I put up for the month of October?
Sometimes I feel like you forget why we're even here.
No, I'm just trying to show some more energy. It is not 8 o'clock at night. I did not just come from the gym, so I have tons more energy.
And so going on to the LA Rams versus the Seattle Sea Chickens.
The Seahawks.
Yes, the Seahawks. God, this is, I would have given this to the Rams easily, but the Seahawks also don't look as good as they should. No,
guess what? Last week, the Seahawks played the Cardinals and they won.
Yep, pretty easily. So I feel like the Rams are going to want to come out for a good showing, but it is in Seattle. I'm actually going to give it to the Seahawks here. That's why I'm going to go with it. I don't like it, but I'm going to do it.
I'm also going to go with the Seahawks.
Oh, good, so we can lose together. Then moving on to the Jets, who had a bye last week, so they couldn't possibly lose, versus the Eagles, who bounced back and beat the Packers and threw our entire fandom into a frenzy. Thanks, Carson Wentz. And so with this, I'm going to go with the Eagles. I don't think the Jets are going to be able to win still, because they still suck.
I'm also going to go with the Eagles.
There you go. And then we have the Tale of Two Kitties, the Jaguars versus the Panthers, a famous novel by Charles Kittens. Literary jokes. But the Panthers, Kyle Allen looking sharp as a thumbtack. Looked like you wanted to say something. Jaguars, they're all right.
I was trying not to yawn.
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
What did you start this little bit with? You said the Jaguars were doing well, or they're not?
They're all right.
And the Panthers are doing better?
What are you doing?
You had skin on you. Wait, is Panthers?
I hope so.
No. Dead skin. I'll go with the Panthers.
All right. Then going on to the Minnesota Vikings versus the Giants. The Vikings just getting the crap beaten out of them by Chase Daniel and the Chicago Bears. Going to town to take on Daniel Jones and the Giants without Saquon Barkley. The Vikings are going to bounce back even though Kirk Cousins sucks and everything will be fine in Minnesota for a week and then they'll hate him next week. So, Vikings.
I'm also going with the Vikings.
All right, moving on. Gross. To the Falcons versus the Texans. The Texans losing last week. While the Falcons, they can't do anything to save their life. I'm going to say the Texans bounce back. Yep, there you go. Yeehaw. Moving on.
Oh, the Buccaneers versus the Saints.
Arg versus... Oh... Saints pulling off a win against the Dallas Cowboys, the undefeated Dallas Cowboys, who are now defeated. And I think they'll be able to do the same against the Buccaneers, so I'm going to go Saints here. Are you going to pick the Bucs again, Jade?
No, I think I'm going to go with the Saints.
And we are tied up still. Then moving on to the Buffalo Bills, who had a good showing against the Patriots last week. They still lost, though. Going against the Titans, who I cannot get a read on. I always pick against them, so I'm going to continue to pick against them and go with the Bills.
Me too.
And we have no difference. Going on to the Cardinals versus the Bengals. Can the Bengals win a game? Probably not. Can the Cardinals win a game? They can tie one. I'll just go with the Cardinals. Because my grandma watches them.
Really?
Yeah, outside on the bird feeder.
I was like, I don't think Grandma watches football. See, I know more than Grandma does about football.
Newborn babies, 90-year-old women.
I'm just saying.
She knows her demographics.
So, well, the Bengals lost for me last week. They are what made me lose to you. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
All right. Then we got the Patriots versus the Redskins. This should be a classic game in which I'm not going to watch, and I'm just going to assume the Patriots win.
I really was hoping there was going to be some build-up there or something. Yep. Patriots.
Yep, the Redskins were hoping there'd be some build-up to their team, but there's not. Then moving on to the Ravens and Steelers. Ravens losing to the Browns last week.
Uh-oh.
Nick Chubb running all over you. It was ridiculous.
But wait, didn't you say Nick Chubb isn't playing anymore?
No, he is. Bradley Chubb.
Oh, there's two Chubbs.
There's two Chubbs.
There's two Chubbs.
Small penile. Going against the Steelers should be a classic.
We are not saying that those players have small appendages. Don't go spreading rumors that we're saying that.
Penis.
That's not what we said. That's not what I said.
Jade said they have small penises.
That's not what I said.
She
I don't
said
know
the word
anything
penis.
about their down under.
Just like the penis is down under.
That's why I'm not referring to it as it's
Ravens are gonna win.
How have the Steelers been doing?
They're great. They're 1-3.
Like they won one game and lost 3, and the Ravens.
Their first game that they won was the one on Monday night, the one where they allowed me to beat you.
Great. And the Ravens?
They're okay. They were doing really well. Now they're not doing great.
I'll go with the Steelers.
Ooh,
That'll be our difference.
Moving on to the Bears versus the Raiders. The Bears slap-slapping the crap out of Kirk Cousins and friends.
You said that already. Did you have to rub it in?
Yeah, I did. And then the Raiders, they actually came away with the win, which I was impressed. They won't this week, though. The Bears.
Bears.
Then moving on to the Broncos and Chargers. The Broncos losing Bradley Chubb on the season. Oof, that hurts. Yep, I'm going to go with the Chargers. You going Chargers?
The Broncos lost the Chubb?
Yes.
Yeah, Chargers.
All right. Then.
Oh, no!
America's game of the week. We head back in to Arlington, Texas, the site where we won the Super Bowl, to take on Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. Now, the Packers, of course, coming off their first loss of the season, just like the Cowboys, this one into the Eagles, in which, for the past 3 weeks, running backs have just been running all over our defense. And it looks like we will be without starter Devontae Adams, which is going to hurt. And Ezekiel Elliott is going to be wanting to be fed, and I'm sure we'll feast on that defensive line, but we'll see what Mike Pettin has in store for him. And so my mind says Cowboys, but you know what my heart is saying, and that's saying go Pack freaking go, the Packers.
So I'll go with the Cowboys.
You disgust me. Then moving on to the Sunday Night Football game, you have the Jacobi Brissette-led Colts versus the Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs. Mahomes almost losing to the Lions last week. They'll make a showing out of the Colts. The Chiefs are gonna win.
Wait, so I have a question.
I have an answer.
So I just was thinking about it. You said Colts, and the way that you said Colts, what does the Colts team, like, stand for?
A horse.
It is a horse.
It's a horseshoe is their logo.
I know, but what is a Colt? Is it a kind of horse?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's also a gun.
I went with, like, the cult, like a group of people.
That's C-U-L-T.
C. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Some say the Grossi Posse's a cult.
Chiefs.
And moving on to the Monday night game with the Browns versus the 49ers. Oof! 49ers undefeated because they didn't play last week. And then the Browns coming up big against the Ravens. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say the Browns give the 49ers their first loss.
And I'm going to go with the 49ers.
There you go, looking for gold and looking for victory is the 49ers. Let us know what you think down below. These are our picks. Aren't they beautiful? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com or at TomGrossiComedy on all the social media you see down below. Check out podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, and YouTube. And a big shout out and thank you to all our Patreon members over at patreon.com/TomGrossiComedy. I wanted to make sure I said it nice and slowly because there was a couple comments that said, this is the first time in years I actually understood what he was saying in the intro.
Right?
Grossi Posse Packer Nation!
I'm so glad other people have officially started speaking up about how fast you talk.
I'm from New York. And I don't have patience, cause I ain't a doctor. Girl, why are you lying? Girl, why you Mufasa? Yeah, mi casa, su casa. 3005, anyone?
You can find me here on prediction episodes and sometimes pop-ins to live streams.
It's true, she comes in.
And sometimes I'm behind the camera when he needs help on a video.
For a porno.
That's not it.
I do all my own stunts.
So I'm Jade Grossi.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go.
No.
Pack. Go. Ow. That hurt, Charlie.